Yo, hello, hello, hello.
All right, today is June 28th at the time of this recording, but I am going to do a market or trade recap for June 27th. I didn't have time to do the recording yesterday, so I'm going to do it today. So let's get right into it. So yesterday I ended up taking about three trades yesterday, two of them being winners and one being a loser. So three trades, two for one. So my first trade today or yesterday at the time of the recording was actually at it was around 1 p.m. So looking at how this I based my trade off basically on this displacement here and how we displaced away from this 30-minute FEG. So this is the 30-minute time frame right here, and see how prices retrace back inside this FEG, and we had a reaction to it. So my trade idea was based off of this 30-minute candle and how we were most likely going to attack this candle's high and leave this low intact. And this candle's high, this 30-minute high, also aligns with the 15-minute high. This is also part of my theory on time frame alignment. I feel like this is what one of the ideas that ICT keeps away from us, and yeah. So based on what I have thought in mind here, so the 30-minute high, that's our 30-minute objective, and we have the same objective as we do on the 15-minute. So on the 15-minute, I also am looking at, okay, so we just basically retrace back into that 15-minute FPG, and on the lower time frames, we swept liquidity. So after sweeping that liquidity on 15-minute and retracing back into a 30-minute FPG, both the 15-minute and the 30-minute have the same objective in mind, which is to take out that 15/30-minute high. So with that in mind, now I'm going to go onto the lower time frames to find a FEG or PD array that supports the idea of us taking out that 30-minute/15-minute high. So on the 4-minute time frame, there was a 4-minute FEG here, in that displacement, in that like leg higher, away from the 30-minute FEG. So after noticing that for a 4-minute FEG, I would go on to the 1 minute to find my entry. And like I said, I'm targeting the 15-minute highs here, this high, so which would make it a 1.65 R to R. And I'm also targeting this highs as well. So I'm not targeting, a complete reversal back into here, but I am targeting, that 15-minute high and this next swing high right here. So we opened up at 130, and then we dipped back into that 4-minute FEG. Notice how at 130 we didn't open and then take that swing high, but instead we open and we retrace lower. If prices were to open and take out this 15-minute swing high and then retrace, I wouldn't have taken that trade. But since we left that 15-minute high intact and we retraced before taking out the high, I was able to enter. So we dip back into the 4-minute FEG and then we take out the 15-minute high. After we take out the 15/30-minute high, my stop loss would be moved to break even, and my full TP would or terminus would be this recent swing high here, or lunch highs. All right, so that's it for the first trade. My second trade of today was right here. Okay, so my second trade of yesterday was based off of I believe it was based off the 15-minute time frame. So I noticed here. Okay, so we just after we took out that swing high from a previous trade, we started displacing lower on the 15-minute time frame, and I wanted to see us respect any FEGs first before completely changing narrative, because I mean these past few days has been really, like, we've been expanding but in both directions. We expanded really high and then we just came all the way back low. It's just very back and forth. So noticing that we have FEGs here on the 15-minute time frame, I wanted to see how prices would react to this 15-minute FEG. So I based my trade off of this reaction off of this 15-minute FEG here. So we traded up into the FEG and we displaced higher, or we priced higher. And based off of this 15-minute candle, I can base my trade off of the lower time frame model. So with this candle right here, I'm looking, okay, are we most likely going to take out the swing low or swing high? And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, we're going to take out the swing low. And then I would go into the lower time frames to find any supporting PD arrays that would support the idea of us going lower. And then I noticed here, okay, we're still holding up this 3-minute FEG here, still respecting it. So my trade idea was based off of this 3-minute FEG that prices are still respecting. And on the 1-minute time frame, whenever we opened up at, I believe it was 245. So when prices opened at 245, we opened right here. So when we opened up at 245 and I noticed we still left this swing low intact, I was anticipating for prices to open up at 245, tap that 3-minute FEG, and then take out that swing leg, that 15-minute swing low, and then this relative equal low here, and this one too. And that was basically what my thought process was for this one. And we ended up displacing away from that 3-minute FEG, and I got stopped out. So I feel like this one, I would take this one like over and over again. Even though I lost this one, I feel like this is part of my trade model, and it's just like ideal, because I mean we're selling above the 230 open, 230 open, and we came back into the 3-minute FEG, and noticing how this candle had a reaction to the 15-minute FEG, it's just it aligns with my trade idea and trade model. And my one and last trade for today was so after I got stopped out, I was able to reassess what's going on here. So I'm like, okay, we disrespected that 3-minute FEG that we should have respected, and we had this really bullish up close candle on the 30-minute time frame, the 1 hour time frame, and even the 15-minute time frame. So like I said, back to time frame alignment, we have the same objective on the 1 hour as the 30-minute and the 15-minute. So we all are targeting, both time frames are targeting that, or not both, but all three of those time frames are targeting that swing high. So after noticing that, I would go onto the lower time frames to see if prices has created a PD array that would support the idea of us taking out that 15-minute high, that 30-minute high, and the 1 hour high. So on the lower time frames, I noticed, okay, we have a displacement leg on the 5-minute time frame. We have FEGs here, but on the 4-minute time frame, we also have a clear FEG on the 4-minute time frame. So my entry was based off of the 4-minute FEG right here, and that 4-minute FEG allowed me to enter right at the, so we entered at below the 3 o'clock open, which is right here, 3 o'clock open, and I'm also buying below 2 p.m. open. So that's the high time frame power of 3. So whenever prices wicks below that 2 p.m. open and that 3 p.m. open, I buy below it. My stop loss is at this candle's low, and I'm targeting that 15-minute high, that 30-minute high, and 1 hour high. And overall, I'm targeting this high as well. But I believe we never got up to that point. So my stop loss would have been moved to break even after we take out that 15-minute, 30-minute high. So that's basically my objective for that trade. But because I allow for higher prices, I could have I'm just allowing my runners to run. So like I said, after we take the partial, my stop loss is at break even. One thing I could have done better at for this trade was, if I'm entering with 5 contracts, I could have taken off 2 contracts at that partial, at the first initial partial here, and then I leave another partial. I take off another 2, just looking based off of this 15-minute power of 3 here. Are we taking out this high or low? So after we take out this 15-minute high, I should have taken another partial there, so 2 partials off, and then have 1 remaining partial for this swing high. But we ended up prices reversing back on my stop loss, which is completely fine. I was content with whatever I had. And yeah, those are my 3 trades from June 27th, 2024. And I can go over my trade today as well. Or actually, I don't think I took a trade today. Yeah, we didn't take a trade today. But yeah, today was a very interesting day. I can go over it a little bit. So my first initial thought process for today was, I was going to target this 4-hour high, but right at the 10 o'clock open, we shot up higher, no retracements at all, and we take out the 4-hour high, and then that was my morning objective, and I wanted to see how prices would react from there, and we just began to sell off lower and lower. I wasn't able to catch any of these moves, but it's whatever. I have to just, if my model doesn't present itself, then I don't take it. But yeah, interesting days. For on the Friday, the last trading day of the month, which is to be expected. I mean, I feel like prices are just holding until the next month's open, and yeah. And with that, my trade recap for June 27th, 2024 is complete, and I'll catch you guys later on the next one. Peace out.